Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday. Hey, I'm just coming on here very quickly just to, talk to you all a little bit, have a real honest conversation. For those of you just joining me, my name is Shay Hope, also known as the Hope Strategist, and I am on here today to talk about income protection. Are you properly income protected? Meaning, are you protected in the event something were to happen to you? What would your family do? If your income covers your dependents, your partner, your spouse, what have you, if someone else is reliant and dependent on the income that you bring in, are they properly protected? Are you all properly protected in the event that that income ceases? In the event that something happens to you, right? Like, it's something we don't want to talk about. I know no one likes to talk about, not being here anymore, but there are two facts for sure. Everyone that's born is going to transition, okay? We don't know when, we don't know how, but it's going to happen, and we need to do a better job of making sure that when it does happen, the people that we love the most are not put into a financial bind, in addition to having to grieve for the loss of a mourned one. Okay, so, and this isn't just about someone passing and leaving. No, I don't want to talk about that as well. I just want to make sure that we are making sure that we are taking charge of our financial future. So protecting your income and also making sure that you are building up a nest egg while you are living. Okay, like, listen, yes, I want to leave something for my son. Yes, I want to leave something for my family. But baby, I want to live while I'm here too, okay? So I want to find out everything that I can about how to make sure that I'm making money work for me, that I'm investing properly, that I'm putting my money in the right investment opportunities so that I can enjoy my life while I'm here. Because I don't know about you, but I plan on living past the age of 100. Hello. Come on now. Okay. And, let's talk about those people who, who are so quick to say, well, I have a life insurance policy through my job, so I'm good. Are you really, though? Is it your life insurance policy? Have you ever taken a look at it? Because quite honestly, it's a group insurance policy. And listen, I had to be taught this as well, because up until really 2 years ago, I did not have my own life insurance policy. I was always covered through the job. But you don't take that life insurance policy with you when you leave the job. Okay? That doesn't go, that's not yours. You don't own it. The company owns that life insurance policy. Whoever wrote that for you. And typically, it's really very inexpensive. You want to know why it's inexpensive? Because it's cheap. Period. Point blank. Like, I challenge anyone that has life insurance via their employer. I challenge you to actually get the documentation, get the print out, like, find out exactly what is covered and how you are covered. I guarantee you, when you read the fine print, you'll see all sorts of loopholes and things that you were like, oh, wait a minute. So you mean my family actually really wouldn't get this amount if something were to happen to me? Oh, you mean to tell me this has to happen in order for me to be covered? Because check this out. Most of the time, this was something I didn't know, okay? Like, if you're on a leave, okay, like, let's say you're out for medical leave or leave of absence or, disability, like 9 times out of 10, if something happens to you, that life insurance policy is not in effect for your family. If something happens to you while you're out on leave, you're not covered through that life insurance policy via your employer. There's all sorts of stipulations. And the bottom line is you don't have control over that life insurance policy that your employer has. So while you may be thinking like, oh, I'm totally protected, I'm good, oh, I don't even pay anything for it, or I pay very little for it, please believe you pay very little for it because it provides very little coverage, okay? Like, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. So if your job were to decide tomorrow that they no longer want to cover life insurance policies for their employees, then what are you going to do? Then you're without a life insurance policy. So I say if you want to keep the one with your employer, that's fine, especially if it's no additional cost to you. If it's part of your benefits package, that's great. A lot of times employers will cover you. They'll say, hey, 100,000 is, you can get that at no additional cost or whatever. And then if you want to raise it, you might have to, put out what's the distribution. Okay. You might have to, like, when you do your benefits, during the benefits portion, I think mine starts in like October. Then, if you want to get additional, then you might just, pay an additional amount, not a lot, for more. Like, if you want to keep that, that's fine. What I'm saying is you need to make sure that you have your own life insurance policy that you have total control over, okay? That you make sure, you can go in and see and you know exactly what's covered, your beneficiaries, all of this. Like, you need to be in control over your own policy. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that you're totally covered under your job. That is not, that is not fully for you. It is not fully for you. Hi, for those of you just joining. So make sure, guys and girls, that you have income protection. And by income protection, I mean you want to make sure that your income is protected in the event that something happens. You've got family. You want to make sure that they are in a comfortable place, okay? That they are, yes, they're going to grieve the loss of their loved one, absolutely, but you don't want that to be surmounted by debt and financial woes. And there are things that we can do. We have to be smart about our money, guys. Like, we have to be smart about our financial obligations, okay? There's just too many resources. There's too much information out there. There's too much that we know. There are too many examples of people who have experienced things and say, oh my gosh, what if? I wish I had. If only someone, if I had known this, if I could turn back the hands of time. Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, like, take charge and put yourself in the position where no one in your family is having to say that, okay? And do that also for your loved ones. You have family members that also need to be protected, close friends that also, need to be protected because they have kids, they have spouses, they have family members. Like, we have to look out for one another. It's time out for not having these type of conversations, okay? Like I said, no one wants to talk about the what if, but we need to talk about the when it does happen, okay? Like, because it's not what if it happens, it's when it does happen. All right, so that's it. I'm about to get myself ready for the evening. I've got some reading to do. I've got some studying to do. So, fun fact. I downloaded the Duolingo app and I am learning Spanish. Listen, I'm gonna be fluent in about 1 year. Give me 1 year and I'm gonna be fluent. Yeah. I know some basic Spanish. I can get around, little mini conversation here, little pleasantries, but I'm about to get I'm about to get fluent on y'all for real. All right. Just a little fun fact that I'm sharing. All right, dropping knowledge. So, if you want to make sure, if you don't know if you have a life insurance policy through your job or you do have one, but you're saying, yes, Shay, I definitely need to look into getting my own. I need to make sure that, my spouse has one. I need to make sure that, my siblings have one, my aunts, my uncles, my parents, my cousins. Like, hey, we've got to look out for one another, especially our community. And you know what I mean. And there's no shame in this. I'm going to say that the Black community as a whole, that is an area where we are not taking the right strides to make sure that we are putting our families in a better position, okay? So we've got to get on the ball with that. All right. So reach out to me. You can DM me here on Instagram at ShayHope_. Shay is SHAY. I'm also on IG at The Hope Strategist 2019. And I'm on Facebook, Shay Hope, SHAY. All right. Reach out to me. I would love to sit down with you, talk about your needs as far as how much income protection you would need. Also, your beneficiaries. Hey, let's get your spouse covered. Let's get your kids covered. Like, let's make sure that you are in a position where your family and you can become financially independent, okay? And you don't have to worry about what a job is or isn't going to do for you. All right? Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. Blessings and abundance. Peace.